All right, it's about 10 degrees out this morning. Let's see what a cold start's like in the 2025 Ram 1500 RHO. Hey guys, Barry at CTech-review. We're gonna do a quick comparison of the 2025 Ram 1500 RHO versus the 2024 GMC Yukon, towing the same trailer, 350-mile journey, same weight, same load, same trip. We're gonna see how these trucks compare in capability and fuel economy. Let's do this. So this is an area where I'd like to see a little improvement on hitching and unhitching. Number one, it'd be nice to see if they could use this entire screen, but let me just show you this. So we're gonna just hook. Now this is pretty nice. Resolution's good. You can zoom in on the hitch. I like that. You lose your hitch guidance line when you zoom in, but I wish it was the whole screen. The other thing that I'd like to see is when you put your turn signals on with the trailer connected, the Ford would split half the side, would be the left camera and the right camera. Not a big deal, but it would be a nice feature. But you still got great resolution. We're gonna zoom in here. Man, we've gotten so lazy. How awesome is that? Just having that feature on trucks for backing up is so nice. So if you're new to this channel, you might not be aware, but we've towed with this exact same trailer with our Cummins, our F350, both of our Raptors, and including the Bronco Raptor. We've towed this trailer with LZO Duramaxes and full-size new 7.3 trimmers, gas and diesel. In today's video, this is going to be a little bit different than what we've done in the past because it's going to be apples to oranges on a lot of aspects. Yes, we're going to be towing the exact same trailer, the exact same load, the same route, and within days of each other, but there's going to be a big difference. You're going to see the driver mod have a huge impact on fuel economy. Here we go for those that have never traveled to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. About to go over the Mighty Mac. There we go, the Mighty Mac. How cool is that? Pretty big bridge separating the Upper and Lower Peninsula. Considering this is a little bit of apples versus oranges, you might ask yourself, why am I watching this and what is the point of this video? The point of this video is I want to show you guys, even though you could have the exact same variables in the aspect of wind condition, loop, trailer load, payload, you could still see a substantial difference in fuel economy impacts. And I'm going to show this in a few different aspects. On the Yukon, we're generally going to be around 70 mile per hour towing this setup. Roads are pretty smooth. They ended up getting a little worse towards the end, which bumped the fuel economy quite a bit. We went from about we went from 8.5 miles per gallon all the way up to 10.5 miles per gallon because we had to drop speed almost 20 miles per hour with the Yukon. And you'll see with the RHO, we actually had the opposite where the roads cleared up and we were driving like a maniac because we wanted to get home. And we saw the fuel economy versus our RHO last few towing videos, the same trailer. We went from 8.2 miles per gallon to 6.6. So I want to add a little bit more detail on this Yukon. This is a 2024 with the 5.3 liter V8. And it has the 10-speed transmission with the max tow package. As you can see in this freeze frame right here, we got the cruise at 70, and we're about 2,400 RPMs, and we're typically averaging right now about 8.5 miles per gallon. If you look back at the prior video we did towing with the RHO, at these speeds, we got almost the exact same fuel economy, except we were about 100 RPMs lower with the RHO. Okay, we finally got to our destination. You can see we did about 400 miles and we got 10.3 miles per gallon with this setup, which, believe it or not, that's actually really good fuel economy. A lot of why the fuel economy went up was the speeds we were towing at the last, about a third of the trip was about 55, 60 miles per hour, which is perfect situation for the best fuel economy you could get for a trailer like this. If you have not had the opportunity to tow with one of the newer Yukons with independent rear suspension, man, they are really just a pleasure. These things are such a nice driving SUV. It's got good stability. It's just comfortable to drive. There's really no complaints of towing with these things. And we had the weight in the trailer just dialed in, so everything felt really nice and smooth as well. So that was a good thing. The one thing we did notice with the Yukon is when it was a little bit windier, we did notice that it did not have the stability or the power to be able to hold 70 mile per hour without shifting and staying at 4,000 RPMs. Where the Hurricane, even though it's a 6-cylinder turbo, this thing was able to hold those RPMs much lower. Wow, just about ran this bad boy out of fuel. 31.8 gallons. All right, let's do the hand calculated now. 211.9 miles divided by 31.835 gallons. Regarding towing performance, this was a toss-up, and here's what I mean. I think that the V8 actually did a much better from an engine braking perspective than the RHO high output. But for snowmobile trailers, believe it or not, especially in icy and slippery conditions, engine braking is the worst thing you can have. You never want the front vehicle slowing down at a much more radical weight than the rear. If anything, you'd rather be more biased towards the rear, the trailer slowing down. So for these conditions we're towing in the winter right now, engine braking is not as big of a deal, where it will be more in the summer months with a heavier travel trailer. For us here in Midwest, we don't have huge inclines. Engine braking never really comes into the play like people that are out west or down south with bigger hills and mountains to climb. So that wasn't as big of a deal. But the 5.3, 6.2, every V8 will have substantially better engine braking than any boosted 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder engine, other than a Cummins. That's the best. So from engine performance, engine braking, V8 was better. But here's the trade-off. Uphill towing performance on the Zilwaukee Bridge, considerably better with this thing. We didn't have to get above like 3,200 RPMs, whereas like a 5.3, 6.2, you're gonna hit 4,500, if not higher RPMs to maintain that speed going up the hill. Just trade-offs. I don't think one is right or wrong, just these engines perform a little bit different in those environments. As I've mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of boosted engines when it comes to towing, because you generally will have less shifting. So it's a calmer, quieter, more chill towing experience. For that reason, I'd probably go the high output over the 5.3 for this specific example. So for our towing comparison between the 2024 Yukon and the 2025 Ram RHO, this is a little bit unorthodox for what we typically try to do on this channel, for the entire purpose of showing you same trailer, same payload, same loop, massively different results between the two variables of these trailers. We've now towed with this trailer about 5 times. I've seen as low as 6.6 miles per gallon and as high as 10.5 miles per gallon. Same trailer, same weight, same month, same driver. This is why it's so important when people try to compare apples to apples. It's really, really hard to do. And even if you do it back to back, you can get wildly different results with the exact same vehicle. The Yukon did a great job. I was impressed with it. The V8 sounds nice. The 10-speed trans shifted smooth with it. Decent stability for a full-size SUV. It would be really great to do the same thing 5.3 versus 6.2, because I think we'd see a big advantage with the 6.2 over the 5.3. What we can walk away showing is both these trucks at 70 miles an hour on the highway had similar fuel economy, right about 8.5 miles per gallon. But this thing had considerably better low-end torque. On the Yukon, it's a great truck, great engine, but you've got about 150 pound-feet of torque less power at those speeds. On the return trip, I'm not even gonna tell you the speeds I was towing at because it's stupid, no one should do it. But considering the fact I got 6.6 miles per gallon hand calculated, I'm super impressed, because I've never gotten that good of fuel economy towing at those speeds before. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy this video of the comparison. We're gonna be doing more towing reviews in the future, especially after a cool mod we've got coming with this RHO. It's gonna solve all the squad issues. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, I hope you enjoy the video. We got more to come specifically on towing with the RHO. Thanks for watching.